Hello, my dear students. This is your professor Dr. Sayed. You are welcome to the online digital learning program. Today I am going to teach you about surface engineering. The need for surface hardening. What is surface hardening? Surface hardening is the surface engineering. See, one of the operation that you are making hard. You are making the surface very hard because you don't want that your surface should be get wear and tear very easily and within a very short time. So you should produce surfaces that wear only a little, and the surface should resist to torsioning and corrosion. Thermal spray coating. This is one of the method of surface engineering. A group of coating processes where the coating is deposited on a prepared substrate by applying a stream of particles, metallic or non-metallic, which flattens more or less forming plateaus. It's called splats, with several layers of these splats forming the coating. Any material on almost any substrate, you can spray with the any material, that is almost any substrate. Now you are seeing a double gun thermal spray. This is one of the surface engineering process where here they are using double guns to spray the metal. If you use double gun instead of single gun, it's a slow process, but this is a fast process. The spray coatings. The spray coatings are either axial or radial consumable injection in a high energy flow resulting from combustion or high velocity gas streams. You can coat the thicknesses from 50 microns to few millimeters, and you can do the bondings, that is substrate surfaces, that's where undercuts simple roughness will be there. What are the components and equipment do you need for this process? You need an energetic gas flow, an appropriate gun, the devices for feeding, accelerating, heating, and directing the flow of a thermal spray material towards the substrate. So all this equipment we need. By the way, you also need feedstock. This is what's the material that you are going to use in the spray. You can use powder or wire or rod or a cord. You will have to use this feedstock at a velocity allowing the spray gun to melt them. Then you need another auxiliary gas feed. See, you need gas feed to accelerate the atomized molten material into the spray gun. So in the spray gun, the material is atomized. It becomes very small particles. To move it further, we need a gas feed. Control atmosphere or a soft vacuum. You need a controlled atmosphere, because if you are doing in the general ordinary atmosphere in air, coating oxidization occurs, increase with the temperatures. This will be increased with the temperatures. So we'll have to control in an controlled atmosphere, that is soft vacuum. The substrate, the job. The job should not be degraded by heat. You may be thinking just by heating the job, the spray will go and attach very fast. But when you are heating the substrate, you are degrading the job. But what you can do it? You can make this substrate more rough for good adhesion. You can do abrasive blasting and with aluminum oxide. The abrasive blasting with aluminum oxide may be coated up to 2.5 microns rough optimum. It's difficult to spray hardness steels because hardness steels are more soft, so the spray may not be able to attach perfectly. These thin sections are prone to distortion during blasting and heating. Suppose you want to spray on the thin sections, it may get distorted when you do abrasing. So you should take more care in these operations. Now you are seeing a plasma torch spray gun. The left side there is a plasma torch. This plasma torch gun, it will just spray to the job which is at the right side. You can see here the generation of spray gun, that is the energetic gas flow which is moving through the plasma gun to the job at the right side. Then you can see the energetic gas particles interaction inside the spray, and finally these particles are flattened and splats are laying over the job here. You can see number 3, that is feedstock injection. Here you can supply a continuous wire for this plasma torch. It may be aluminum, steel, zinc, or any wire you can use it here. Now you can see the steps in spray coating. One is substrate preparation. 2, generation of the energetic gas flow. Number 3, particle or wire or rod or cord injection. Number 4, energetic gas particles or droplets interaction. Number 5, coating formation. Now we can see the thermal spray hardening process. The gas combustion, oxygen fuel process, that is, in this process we are using the gases oxygen and acetylene or any LPG gas. The next thing is you need wire feed, then you need power feed, then you need rod feed, then you need powder feed, then you need detonation gun processes. So of course at a time you cannot use wire, powder, rod, etc. You can use only one, either wire or powder or rod. The arc process. What is the arc process here? One is plasma arc with powder feed and arc spray with wire feed.